level of cost would not have been achieved. But even at half of that level, a couple of £1 million to run a quango, that would have cost tens of millions of pounds over the years. So I'm very proud of the fact that we have, my officials have developed, a proposal which will cost the taxpayer a tiny fraction of that. In fact, I'm absolutely delighted to bring forward a proposal which provides a uniquely Scottish solution using our traditions of thrift and common sense to be applied to a problem, so that instead of setting up a new quango, which would not be required, we are simply setting up a robust regulatory regime, the cost of which we have estimated, as Mr Kelly says, to be less than £100,000. Now, I also know that there have been criticisms of these figures, but neither ICAST nor the Law Society have put forward any alternative figure. And of course, until we know how many regulators there will be, it is simply not possible to state with any certainty what the level of costs will be. However, I am delighted that there will be a very significantly more economic solution provided in Scotland than has been south of the border, who have chosen to go in a different route. Consumer groups can speak, Presiding Officer, from years of experience of monitoring the introduction of more competition into restricted markets. Increased competition generally results in increased choice, in lower costs, and in the development of more consumer-focused business models. As my former colleague at Glasgow University some years ago, Austin Lafferty, recently opined, I don't think that solicitors are doing a good job of anything to fear from that. If they're doing a good job, they can stand up to any competition. If they're providing a quality service, their clients will come back to them. They will trust them, and they will continue to give them their business. But there is no reason to doubt that there will not be significant benefits for the consumer, and that, too, is a good thing. As the Labour members will no doubt be aware, Bridget Prentice repeatedly stressed the consumer benefits driving the Legal Services Bill during its passage through Westminster. She said consumers today want their legal services delivered the same way other services are. They want a high-quality, cheaper and more personalised service to suit their individual needs, and one that is easy to access. In addition, Lord Neuberger, the Master of the Rolls in England and Wales, predicted just this month that increased competition as a result of the 2007 Act in England would lower the costs of litigation and lead to the development of new business models. I do understand the fears about such increased competition, but I am confident in the ability of Scottish firms to innovate and thrive under the opportunities provided in this bill. And, Presiding Officer, we must not overlook the dangers to the Scottish economy of not passing this bill. The 4 largest firms have already threatened to move to London if this bill fails, in order to take advantage of the opportunities offered by the Legal Services Act 2007. We cannot afford to lose firms to England. The long-term sustainability of the Scottish legal profession is threatened unless Scottish firms are able to operate on a level playing field. Presiding Officer, the biggest danger to the profession and to Scots law is doing nothing. Of course, the bill does not only make provision for alternative business structures, it includes statutory codification of the framework for the regulation of the Faculty of Advocates, provisions to allow non-lawyers to apply for confirmation rights, and provisions enabling SLAB to monitor the accessibility of legal services. That last point further strengthens access to justice. We have already substantially increased the fee rates payable to solicitors for civil legal aid, as well as making it available to potentially 1 million more Scots. Furthermore, at stage 2, we intend to bring forward an amendment to allow Citizens Advice Bureau to employ solicitors. We also plan other amendments.
The Minister could draw his remarks to a close. He will get another shot at the end.
Yes, I've just 2 paragraphs to go. Thank you, Presiding Officer. We also plan other amendments, including provisions relating to Mackenzie Friends and the regulation of non-solicitor will writers. And I've been encouraged by good cross-party support on these, and essentially on all matters in this bill, something I very much appreciate and welcome, and I'm sure we'll see continued today. In conclusion, Presiding Officer, we need to ensure the Scottish legal profession remains competitive, that it is free to develop innovative and flexible new business models which are to the benefit of consumers, the profession and the nation.